he joins roughly 600 total individuals convicted of crimes related to the storming of the Capitol.
We are using our powers to attack our political opponents.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups?
Proud Boys.
You saw how he clipped that. It's too late.
That said that if that Hunter Biden laptop story
Have any arguments against that right now? And I want to see how it goes. Hold on, guys. What's going on? I thought that people were saying that Proud Boys was a race organization, a white supremacist organization. But this guy, Enrique Tarrio, who is of the Hispanic community, just got sentenced to 22 years for his part in Jan 6. This shows how messed up. Wow. Let's see what's going on, man. This is nuts.
Where former Proud Boys national chairman Enrique Tarrio was sentenced to 22 years for a plot to attack the U.S. Capitol in a failed bid to stop the transfer of presidential power after Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. He is the final Proud Boys leader convicted of seditious conspiracy in the January 6, 2021 attack to receive his punishment. 3 fellow Proud Boys found guilty by a Washington jury of the rarely used sedition charge were sentenced last week to prison terms that ranged from 15 to 18 years. The Justice Department wanted the 39.
Bruh. They are making an example of people, and this is not what the system is for. This is not what the judicial system is for. It's not, in my opinion. I don't think that this is what it's for. I didn't think that we was just making examples out of people simply because we could, simply because we can. What am I missing here, bruh? So there could be some upholding the law. There could be some making sure everybody are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Are you kidding me? Wow. This right here is the most elite BS that I've seen in a while. It's okay to go ahead and burn down people's businesses. Regular people, they're regular. Go burn them down. People cars, go flip them over. Burn them up. Who cares? You say you're marching for George Floyd, right? Okay, you got a proper cause. You got a cause for that. Go ahead and do it. But somebody who goes to the Capitol. No, you're not supposed to touch the Capitol. This is sacred ground. This is sacred ground. How dare you come down here and make any noise around here? And then all of the information that's coming out about all of the 3-letter agencies who were mixed into the bunch and starting all the sugar honey iced tea, busing windows, actually breaking into the Capitol was not the Proud Boys. They were not the Donald Trump MAGA supporters. It wasn't them. But they don't care about that. They're really trying to stick it to Trump. This is all about sticking it to Trump. That's it. How do I know? I'm going to tell you how I know. I'm going to tell you exactly how I know. Check this out. This might seem like the most foolish thing ever, but just being the content creator, this is one of the things that I pay attention to a lot. MSNBC talks about it, and it gets 668,000 views in 16 hours. Proud Boys leader gets 22 years in prison, longest Jan 6 sentence yet. Woo, time to celebrate. People on the left are excited. They want to see that. Yeah, now let's get Trump. Let's get Trump now. 668,000 views in 16 hours. Fox News put out the same story. 15 hours it being up, 5.7 thousand views. Fox News gets way better views than Trump, than MSNBC and CNN on YouTube. Way far better views. This actually means something right here. They are celebrating this as a win because they believe that they've actually done something. This dude is not a white supremacist. Look at him. What the heck am I missing, man? Okay, I want to check out this one. I'm going to check out the MSNBC one just to see why they're so excited about this.
Extraordinarily stiff and historic prison sentence for insurrectionist and Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio. 22 years in federal prison. That is now, as of today, the longest prison sentence associated with the January 6th insurrection. It reinforces how these sometimes slow wheels of justice do keep turning. Tarrio was convicted in May. With this sentence, he joins roughly 600 total individuals convicted of crimes crimes related to the storming of the Capitol. Over 1,000 charges, others await trial. Those are all for the people who were on site. The new RICO indictments are also the first charges against Trump aides and political elites who were not primarily at the physical insurrection itself. They stand accused of related crimes and plots with the same overlapping set of goals: steal the election, use fraud as a pretense to help efforts to try to hijack that January 6th certification.
Now, what's funny about this is, and I have not listened, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, this is my very first time hearing about this because someone mentioned this inside of the Twitch stream, that a gentleman who used to be in the Proud Boys, who's actually not a white supremacist like people claim the Proud Boys are, is getting 22 years. And I decided to check this out. I'm certain if we go inside the comments section, we'll see although people are watching this, I'm sure people are vehemently against this. Let's go check it out and see for ourselves. I might be shocked. People inside the comment section might love this news. Okay, here we go. Let's see what they're saying. It's hard to understand how that could be patriotic. That's what the government belongs to the people. Like, the government listens to us. And if things aren't right, and if things don't add up, then you're supposed to make noise about it. That's period, point blank. Am I missing something? That's exactly what you're supposed to do. That is patriotic. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. And this right here, this is how they make it normal to attack their political opponents and to get in everybody's minds that we are doing the right thing. This is the right thing to do. We are using our powers to attack our political opponents and everyone else who believes what they believe. And that's unfortunate. That right there is some bull sugar honey iced tea, bro. That's bull, man. I don't like this at all.
Today's 22-year sentence and these other indictments and these pending trials are a complete crystallization of how this is all going now. Let's take a look just briefly at how, according to many, it started, with Trump and his aides planning ways to steal the election before people even voted.
With Trump and his aides planning ways to steal the election before they even voted. Bruh, were you not there?
Then President Trump infamously publicly refusing to honor something that every president, all the way back to Nixon, has honored, for Nixon all the way back to Washington, that you respect the outcome of the election in a democracy. He said the opposite, and then proved that he meant it. And then he said this about the now convicted Proud Boys and their leader when asked to condemn them.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups? Proud Boys.
Okay, you hear that? Are you willing to condemn white supremacists who are not them? And watch what he says.
To condemn white supremacists and militia groups.
Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by.
They did more than stand by. Now, that was a low point for any sitting president in modern history. The words you heard there alone, while...
Could you play the rest? This right here is production at its finest. This is how you put on the show. If you learn anything from this right here is how you put on the show, bro.
Completely heinous, according to many, were not a crime in themselves. Defendant Trump has since been indicted in 2 jurisdictions for the actual actions and plots.
You saw how he clipped that. That was very nicely clipped, for real. Shout out to Clay Langham for letting us know that, but that was very nicely clipped. He just took that one little piece and said, okay, stop it right there. That's all we need. Now let's put a face of him looking mean, this mugshot. Let's put him up. Let's try to take the narrative back. It's too late, guys. Here's the thing. It's too late. And give a damn how many Proud Boys you arrest. I don't care if you arrest Trump or any of that. Here's the thing. It's too late. People are speaking. People are moving away from your way of thinking, your training of oppression and victimhood. They're moving away from that. Nobody wants to be a part of that anymore. People know who's standing up for them. And they are really trying to figure out how to save themselves. And this is part of it. We're going to give protesters 22 years in jail. We're going to give protesters 5 years in jail. We're going to hold them and never let them out because they decided to step onto the lawn of the of the Capitol and make their voices heard. And then as you guys sprinkled in your little 3-letter agencies inside of there to really push things to the limit. Oh, your plan is working, but your plan is not working because you're losing control of the country right as we speak. Yeah, you getting some Proud Boys arrested. Yeah, you got an indictment on Trump. 4, you got a RICO charge against him and 18 other people, making them really look like a crime family. Is it working though? Because last time I listened to what the people were saying, the people ain't buying it. They not buying it. His numbers keep on going up and up and up and up and up. They're not buying it. MSNBC, this guy right here, when he talked about Black Lives Matter and what they was doing out there, people actually being on the street, people, businesses being broken into, burnt up, all of their material products and whatnot is taken up out of there. People looting, they can care less about it. They can care less about it. They're like, shh, be quiet. Let them do what they do. Don't arrest them. Leave them alone. It's okay. How is that okay, but this isn't? Because it's elitist. Because it's one of those white collar crimes. Like, don't try to rob a bank, regardless if you get $1 or not, you still gonna get 30 years. It's one of them type of things. But if you go rob main man down the street and smack him in the back of the head with the gun and hit him with your car, then you'll be out of jail in what, a few days? You'll be bonded out. You probably get 2 to 5 years. But this right here, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out. Please help me. I'm really trying to figure it out. This right here is extremely elitist. And that's why a lot of people are walking away from it, because they see how they're taking advantage of regular, everyday people, in my opinion. But who am I? I've been wrong many times. I'm not reviewing the rest of this right here, man. This is some crap, bro. How in the world do you get 22 years in jail? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Somebody please make some sense of it.